Williams driver. A minute and a half to go in qualifying. And he's gone purple sector 2. He's half a second up. He is pulling it out the back through Verante Alto at turn 11 and 12. And Isman putting on a display here. Down towards turn 13, a little bit of traffic in front of him. The double left-handers. That is a Red Bull just moving out of the way for the Williams. Through Ravazza. Did that cost Isman any time? Down towards the line for the Williams. And the Dutchman will take pole position at 1:22.5. Ortron has invalidated it and he's not got enough battery to go again. The Aston Martin of Ali on an outlap, so is Phoenix Gray. It is going to be BRT Jordan on the intermediates that will be next. Coming down towards turn 13 for the Aston Martin, 30 seconds to go. This is it for Jordan. This is his only chance at pole position. Through Ravazza at turn 15. Down towards turn 16 and 17. In towards the line we go. Jordan goes up to P4. A 1:24.1. Brothers has invalidated it. He is going to get to the line just in time. Weser coming down towards turn 14. That safety car in front of him in towards Ravazza for the Mercedes. And that might have just put him off. Weser coming down. He has put him off and he crashes out. And it is the Haas of Ghost. Is he improving? No, he's invalidated it. The checkered flag has waved here in Q3. Ghost is not going to be able to improve. Bananarama has invalidated it. And he's got a driver behind him. That is Isman. He's on his way into the pit lane. So it's all on Ali now and Phoenix Gray. In towards Verante Alto at turn 11 and 12. The Aston Martin will go just... Oh, he's invalidated it. Phoenix Gray is going to be next. He's currently in P9. So Ali will start in P10 without setting a single lap in Q3. In towards turn 14 and then 15 at Ravazza. The Visa Cash App RB coming out of turn 15. Down towards the line he goes. Will Phoenix Gray improve? To the line he goes. He does. P6 for Phoenix Gray. Bradders has invalidated it, and that is it. Isman takes pole here in Imola. So it is an all-Dutch lockout here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Isman takes pole position in the Williams. XD Paco will start alongside him in P2. On the second row of the grid, it's Ghost in the Haas in P3 and BRT Jordan in the Aston Martin alongside him in P4. It's an all-Scottish lockout on the third row of the grid. Banana in the Red Bull in P5 and Phoenix Gray in the V-Carb in P6. On the fourth row of the grid, it's Ortron in the McLaren in P7 and Weser in the Mercedes in P8. On the fifth row of the grid, it's Bradders in the Alpine in P9 and Ali, the Belgian driver, in the Aston Martin will complete the top 10 for today's Grand Prix. I hope to God you've been able to hear me for the whole of that start. Please, God, I hope you have. That is Bananarama that is finally through on Bradders. Down towards Verranti Alta at turn 11 and 12. And Banana finally through. XD Paco 12.4 behind Isman, who just sets fastest lap after fastest lap. Cinder's back into the pit lane. Angry Badger with a 3-second time penalty. Here comes Orton on the back of Baton. Cinders retires. Here comes the McLaren on the Sauber. Down towards Ravazza at turn 14 and 15, and the Sauber spins. And the McLaren is through. Baton did really well to hold on to that. XD Paco with a time penalty. Ghost is still there. Oh, look at Baton. He's absolutely flying on the McLaren driver. Oh, and the McLaren driver shuts the door in towards Tamburello. He spins and Baton is through. So Ghost is still on the back of XD Paco. The Dutchie with a 3-second time penalty. What about Orton on the back of Baton? Is he going to try and get the position back? He is. He gets his foot down early. Up towards Piratella at turn 8, and he just backs out and then goes for it again. He's pushing him out wide. Goes to the 3-second time penalty. Orton all over the Sauber drivers to go in towards Aqua Minerale. It's the Sauber that stays in front for now. And it is Demir on the back of Jonathan. Demir holding on to that V-cab. There goes Orton with the dive of his life in towards Verranti Alta, and up to P10 goes the Papaya. What about Bradders? He is losing a little bit of time to Banana behind. This is a fascinating race because of the strategies. I just want to have a look at the tyres. So every single driver on the wets barring XD Paco. That is really interesting. Every driver on the wets on the grid barring one. Oh, here comes Baton. He got a really good exit out of Tamburello. Is he going to be able to make the move on the McLaren in front? He's going to have to wait as they go through the Villeneuve chicane at turn 5 and 6. Up towards Tosa at turn 7. Oh, Orton with a snap. Here comes Baton. Oh, he's into the wall. Orton is onto the grass. I think he just kept it out of the wall. Here comes Carlos Sainz in the Williams, absolutely flying in towards Piratella. The McLaren not having the best of lap 9s. Isman, fastest lap after fastest lap. We are on lap 10 already. It feels like it's flown by. So Orton now 1.6 behind. Carlos Sainz runs wide and picks up a penalty for it. Demir on the back of Jonathan. Down towards Ravazza we go. What about Bradders on the back of Banana into Tamburello? The Red Bull holds on. He touches the curb there. Demir picks up a time penalty. XD Paco 12.8 behind Isman. Through the Villeneuve chicane down towards Tosa at turn 7. And it is Banana that fends off the attack of the Alpine. Phoenix Gray doing a really good job, but he's in a bit of no man's land at the moment. Weser is starting to catch. Here comes Demir on the back of Jonathan. Through the Villeneuve chicane. The V-cab is starting to catch up to the Red Bull in front. In towards Tosa we go. The Dutchman versus the Bosnian. Isman, another fastest lap. 13.1 is the gap now. Does XD Paco regret starting on the intermediates? I wonder if anybody will go for the undercut, or will they just stay out until the track dries up near the end of the Grand Prix. Through Varante Alta, Demir still chasing down Jonathan. What about Wezzer on the back of Phoenix Grey? He got a good exit out of Rivazza as they shoot up towards Tamburello at turn 2. 3 tenths is the gap. Through turn 2 and 3 they go. A little bit sluggish through there was Phoenix Grey. Wezzer all over the rear diffuser as he just clings onto the steering wheel. Here comes Ortron on the back of Baton. Once again, these two have had a fascinating Grand Prix with each other, and they tangle up. And Baton is round. They tangled up. Wezzer is through on Phoenix Grey through Toaster at turn 7. He doesn't get the best exits though, and here comes Phoenix Grey. Can he respond to the Mercedes driver? Baton has been overtaken by his teammate. The Dutchie with another time penalty. Phoenix Grey starting to lose time to Wezzer in front. Demir still on the back of Jonathan as they come through Piratella at turn 8. Angry Badger with another penalty. XD Paco has just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. BRT Jordan speeds into the pit lane from P4. He will be fuming. He's just got a 10-second time penalty, but he's going for the undercut. The Aston Martin driver, is he going to go for the intermediates? He has gone for the intermediates. He's just seen XD Paco set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and he thought, I'll have a bit of that. And he is going on to the intermediate tyres. So, let's see where he comes out. Here comes Ortron in front of BRT Jordan. What about Demir on the back of Jonathan? Up towards Tamburello we go. What about Dutch Beast on the Dutchie? The Mercedes driver will try and move over to the right-hand side and go a long way round in towards Tamburello. The Dutchie goes in deep, but he's able to fend him off for now. Here comes BRT Jordan on the McLaren. Through Toaster at turn 7. A little snap from the McLaren. His foot down. Pedal to the metal for the Aston Martin driver. Oh, they've collided. Ortron. Oh, he's kept it out the wall again. How has he done that? That's twice now that the South African driver has survived. BRT Jordan. Out of turn 10 we go. And he starts to move away from the papaya. Demir with a 3-second time penalty as he follows closely to Jonathan Curran in towards Varante Alta. That is Baton that is through on Dutch Beast, and that is Bradders into the pit lane. What tyre choice is he going to opt for on lap 13? And it is another set of intermediates. Intermediates now for the Alpine. Out of Rivazza we go. Here comes Jonathan and Demir. Is he close enough to make the move? Bradders is on his way out of the pit lane. Is he going to come out behind Jonathan and Demir? That is not good for Bradders. And that is not the place he wanted to come out. And he's come out behind Angry Badger as well. He's come out in a lot of traffic here as Bradders. BRT Jordan with a time penalty, but he is flying. 2 seconds clear of Orton already. The undercut might be really strong here. So the two Saubers there. Dutch Beast is there. Bradders up the inside. Bradders makes the move on the Haas driver of Angry Badger, and the Alpine is through. 1 down, 2 to go. Demir is closing the gap to Jonathan in front. Oh, the Alpine tried to make a move up the inside. He nearly spun it. He's got to be patient here in towards Aqua Minerale. He loses the rears again. Through turn 10 now. The V-Cab's holding on. Here comes the Alpine of Bradders down towards Varante Alta. Is he going to make the lunge for it? He's going to be patient. Through turn 11 and 12. Demir still there. So is Bradders. Angry Badger beginning to lose sight of the drivers in front, and in towards turn 14 and 15 we go at Ravazza, and the Alpine driver is through on Demir. 2 down, 1 to go. And Daddy Cool into the pit lane. BRT Jordan is flying. So there's a few gaps on track. In towards Tamburello, the Red Bull now struggling, and here comes Bradders in the Alpine. He's going to have to get the move done early, and he nearly touches the rear tyres of that Red Bull in front, through the Villeneuve chicane and down towards Tulsa at turn 7. He's going to make the lunge up the inside. He does at the hairpin. Jonathan goes wide. You need 2 drivers to tango there. So Bradders is now into a bit of clean air. This is what he needed. But that battle in behind did not help him. And Banana will be thinking about that, as that's his battle. BRT Jordan with another penalty. Remember, he's got his 10-second penalty plus the 2 corner cuts now. Dutch Beast on the back of Dutchy. It's the Sauber on the Mercedes. Little Drips also picks up a time penalty. Here comes the Dutch Beast into Varante Alta. Demir has been on the tail of Jonathan for these 15 laps, but he's just not been able to get an opportunity for an overtake. Will any of the drivers go into the pit lane? Demir does. Demir commits. So does the Angry Badger. Demir gets a 10-second. Carlos Sainz, Ortran, all into the pit lane. This is a fascinating Grand Prix. XD Paco starting to pull that gap down to Isman in front, but he's got a long way to go. Into Tamburello. Dutch Beast on the Dutchy. So we will see what happens with the undercut. Baton with a 3-second time penalty. Here comes Little Drips. We are exactly halfway through this Grand Prix. Still everything to play for. Little Drips sees that is Jonathan into the pit lane. Let's see where Demir comes out. Remember, he was behind Jonathan before the pit stop, so this is where we'll get a sort of grasp of how good the undercut is at the moment. Carlos Sainz is not in his car, so he is not in. I don't know if he needs an invite. So here comes Demir. BRT Jordan is through on his teammate. Ali lets him through. Jonathan is heading out of the pit lane. Here comes Demir up the pit straight. Jonathan might come out in front of Demir here. He doesn't. Demir, the undercut has worked for the RB driver. He's also got heat into them intermediate tyres. So that's what the strategy was for Demir, and the undercut was gorgeous. Dutch Beast on the back of the Dutchy. Sauber on the Mercedes. Little Drips in the Alpine is there as well. A 3-car race for P12, 13 and 14. Demir 1.5 in front of Jonathan. Into the pit lane goes Banana and Wezzer. Let's see where Banana comes out in terms of where Bradders comes out. Remember, Bradders was behind Banana when he pitted. The Alpine driver coming in towards Ravazza. Ali is through. Banana is coming out of the pit lane. Bradders is coming down the pit straight. Did that battle cost Bradders time? Banana Armour coming out of the pit lane, and incredibly, Banana has come out in front of Bradders and into clean air. So one driver gets the undercut and Banana has got the overcut. So that is how detrimental that battling was for Bradders. He went for the undercut and it cost him dearly, because he's now behind Bananarama on older tyres. The undercut has not worked for the Alpine. Here comes BRT Jordan on Phoenix Grey in towards turn 10. Isman is into the pit lane. XD Paco stays out. Here comes BRT Jordan down towards Ferrante Alta for the Aston Martin. Later on the brakes he goes and through on Phoenix Grey. Isman is into the pits. And I think there's a driver just in front of him, but it is a back marker. So Isman comes out of the pit lane. And he's only 6 seconds behind Ghost. Little Drips is through on the Dutchy. Angry Badger speeds into the pit lane. And Orchard is through on the Dutchy as well. We have 3 retirements all in the pit lane. The drivers having a brilliant race. Is the rain going to calm down? Does XD Paco try and get to the drive side of the race? Here comes Orchard on Little Drips. He's chasing him down towards turn 14. Is he going to go for the move? He doesn't. He thinks better of it. The Alpine, McLaren and Sauber can continue to tussle for position. And into the pit lane goes Little Drips and the Dutchy. And Orchard is up to P11. What about Bradders on Banana? Remember, Bradders had heat into his tyres, but he couldn't capitalise. Jonathan is starting to catch up to Demir. Tyres, let's have a look. That's what it's like at the moment. So Ghost is into the pits and Isman is through. He's 14 seconds behind XD Paco. It'll be, I think XD Paco might try and stay out here. It will be a huge ask for a driver to continue to race on 18 lap old intermediates. Oh, there was a driver that spun there. I don't know who that was. So, oh, it's Demir. It was Demir that spun. And Jonathan is through. The Red Bull driver. And Demir, I think, has got damage because Little Drips goes through. And I think he's missing an M plate. He is. Demir into the wall and damage on lap 19. BRT Jordan on the back of Ghost. Remember, Jordan's already got heat into them intermediate tyres. The undercut has brought him right back into play on the Haas. Through Piratella and down towards Aqua Minerale. 0.2 of a second is the gap. All the drivers now opting for intermediates as the track starts to create a dry line. The rain gets a tad lighter. So, fascinating Grand Prix. We made a 10-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Orchard on the back of Baton. And he's run wide into Piratella. And he's just lost a second to Baton because of that. BRT Jordan in the Aston Martin. Remember, he's got older tyres by a long way to Ghost in front. But he's still chasing him down. A little snap. He's held on to it. The gap is now 11.5 between XD Paco and Isman. Look at this by Orchard on the back of Baton. In towards Rivazza. Weather with a 3-second time penalty. This is a tough race for the drivers. Here comes Orchard in the Papaya McLaren on the kick Sauber. He'll have to go back into the slipstream to get that extra bit of miles per hour as we go down towards Tamburello. But Baton with the straight line speed pulls away once more. Weather on Bradders goes up the inside and the Mercedes with a move up Tulsa at turn 7 and into P8 he goes. Orchard on Baton again. Will he go for the lunge on the inside? Oh, wow. Baton shut the door, but that's not going to stop the McLaren from trying to get me touch. And for the third time this race, Orchard is onto the grass and holding onto his wheel. Wow. How many times can he keep holding on to that? Bradders on the back of Wezza, who's 1.7 behind Banana, who's starting to pull away now. Phoenix Gray with a 3-second time penalty. BRT Jordan still in contention with Ghost for a podium. 12 laps to go. 9.8 is the gap to the leader. Orchard with another 3-second time penalty. But he is closing in on Baton now. The McLaren will go around the outside as they go down towards turn 14. The McLaren touches him again. The Kicks Harbour goes up the inside. The McLaren runs slightly wide, but he is finally through. And Orchard, after a bit of back and forth, is up to P10. Bradders is losing a little bit of time. The undercut did not pay off. I thought it was going to. Out of turn 10 and up the hill goes Jordan and ghosting onto the grass slightly for the Aston Martin. 9 seconds is now the gap. Isman setting the fastest lap. 10 laps to go. The rain is getting lighter. The track is getting drier. And Baton on the back of Orchard. In towards Tulsa at turn 7. And the McLaren goes wide, but not an opening for the Sauber driver just yet. A little bit slow through Piratella. In towards turn 10. Carlos Sainz with a penalty. 8 seconds is now the gap. They are 25 seconds clear of the Haas behind. XD Paco could pit and still come out in P2, but I think he's holding out for the dry part of this race. I'm not sure he'll be able to stay out on them intermediates for much longer. He's done 22 laps on them. What about Dutch Beast on Little Drips? A great aerial shot of the drivers. Every driver on the grid has a penalty, barring Dutch Beast and Isman. Fair play to them drivers, because it takes something to not get a penalty in Imola in the rain. 7.2 is the gap. Look at Wezza on the back of Bananarama, down towards Aqua Minerale, in towards turn 10. And Wezza is starting to close up on the back of that Red Bull. Bradders is 3 seconds behind. He's started to fall off. It'll be interesting. I don't think it's going to dry up. 9 laps to go. It is still chucking it down. Look at Wezza on the back of Bradders. The Mercedes on the Alpine. Coming out of Ravazza. Sliding around. But he is closing up to the Red Bull in front. Here he comes into the slipstream, and he's opening that battery down towards Tamburello. The Red Bull moves over to the left-hand side, and they nearly collide. That could have ended in a disaster, and the Red Bull closes the door. Wezza's going to have to do it the hard way. Very Max Verstappen-esque by the Red Bull of Bananarama in front. Wezza in towards the Villeneuve chicane, just backs out. Down towards Tulsa at turn 7 we go. We have action, ladies and gentlemen. Even more action than we've already had for 24 laps. 5.5 is the gap to the leader as well. Keep an eye on that one. The rain is starting to die down. Is the rain gonna stop anytime soon? It is getting a lot lighter now. Here comes Wezza on Bananarama, down towards Verante Alta at turn 11 and 12. Over the chicane they go. They've caught up to Ali in front in the Aston Martin. Let's have a look at tyres. Remember, Ali, Phoenix Grey, XD Paco have not pitted, neither has Baton. They are holding out for this dry line. Here comes Wezza. Can he get the better exit than the Red Bull? The Red Bull gets the better exit than the Aston Martin in front. Into the slipstream he goes, but the straight line speed of the Aston Martin. Here comes Weser, the Mercedes driver. They're going to go for a battle between the three of them into Tamburello. The Mercedes looks for a move, can't get it. So does the Red Bull, the Aston Martin, holding them both up. Up the inside goes the Red Bull driver. Now comes the Mercedes of Weser, and he gets through on Ali. Next on his list is the Red Bull driver of Banana Armour in front as they go in towards Tulsa at turn 7. And Weser, Isman setting another fastest lap. 4.3 is the gap. The rain is dying down, but only 7 to go. Baton is into the pit lane, finally into the pit lane. What's he going to do? Is he going to go dries? No, he's going to go intermediates till the end of the race with 7 to go. And here comes Weser on Banana Armour. He's going to make the move as they go in towards Ferranti Outer. Banana shuts the door on him. And they are catching up to Phoenix Grey in front. And that is Little Drips and Dutch Beast, the Dutchie, is through on Baton. I don't think the Dutchie's even in his car, actually. Oh, yeah, he is. My apologies. Will the Saubers change places? Remember, Baton is on fresh tyres. It might be beneficial for them to swap places. Otherwise, Dutch Beast is going to start to pull away. And Baton is going to come through, and the Dutchie does let him go. Well played by the Kick Saubers. Here comes Weser and Banana Armour on Phoenix Grey. The Red Bull driver on the sister car. The two Scotsmen fight for position. And Banana Armour is through. So is Weser. The rain is still falling with 6 laps to go. Isman is only 2.8 behind XD Paco. Yellow flags are waving. That's Dutch Beast in the Mercedes that loses a position to Baton. 2.7 is the gap. You can see him in the distance. Weser on Banana Armour. The Dutchie is through on the Dutch Beast. 2.5 is the gap. Weser still on the back of Banana. He's not been able to get through. 6 laps to go. The rain is still falling. So I don't know if we are going to see a dry race at any point. Down towards turn 14 and 15 at Ravazza we go. Once again, we're on board with the Red Bull and the Mercedes. Verstappen and Hamilton-esque here in Imola. 26 laps done and dusted. 6 to go. Now Weser not able to catch up to Banana Armour there. 2.2. Isman is behind XD Paco. If the dry weather comes before the end of this Grand Prix, it might just save XD Paco. Isman setting another fastest lap. He is flying. Here comes Dutch Beast on the back of Dutchie. Down towards Ferranti Outer. Can the Mercedes open himself up for an overtake? Out of turn 12 and down towards turn 13 we go. And it is the Dutchie that's holding on as they go in towards turn 14 and 15 at Ravazza. The Mercedes all over the back of him. Weser as well on the back of Banana Armour. And here comes Dutch Beast on the Dutchie. There might be countrymen off the track, but there's no love lost between them on it. Here comes the Mercedes on the Kick Sauber down towards Tamburello at turn 1. 1.4 is the gap, and the rain continues to fall here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And here comes Dutch Beast on the Dutchie in towards Villeneuve chicane. Bradders is through on Ali who pits, and Dutch Beast locks up and loses a position. Ali goes into the pit lane. And Isman is within a second of XD Paco. And that is Baton and Little Drips that trade places as Little Drips has spun around. Weser, the rain still falling with 5 to go. We knew it was going to be overcast at the end of this race, but it looks like it's not going to have an opportunity to go on to dry tyres. Isman doesn't have a penalty, so it doesn't make any difference to XD Paco whether the Williams driver gets through or not at this point. In towards Varante Alto at turn 11 and 12. And Isman in the Williams has been closing, he's been gaining, and this is for the lead of the Grand Prix here in Imola. He's been setting fastest lap after fastest lap. XD Paco has done 28 laps on the intermediates, and you can see it down towards Varante Alta, and the Ferrari driver just stays in front for now. The Williams driver all over the rear diffuser of the Ferrari in front, out of turn 12 and down towards turn 13 we go. Bradders is through on Phoenix Grey, makes the move on the RB. Here comes Isman in the Williams, through the Rivazza at turn 15, down the pit straight we go. XD Paco gets a good exit. Rain still falling as we head on to lap 29. Can XD Paco do his best to defend this position? It's very hard to overtake without DRS. Dutch Beast on the back of the Dutchy in towards Alta. But let's stay on board. This is for the lead on lap 29. That is a yellow flag. Wezza picking up a time penalty. Here comes Isman out of Tosa at turn 7. The gap is 2 tenths. Up the hill towards Piratella. Can the Williams get the overtake done? Through Piratella, down towards Aqua Minerale. Here comes the Williams driver. He'll go to the inside. He backs out. The Ferrari stays in front. Through turn 10 and up towards turn 11 we go. Ali on the back of Orchard, and the Aston Martin driver comes out of turn 10 into the slipstream of the Papaya, moves to the left down towards Varante Alta, and the Belgium driver trying to make the move on the South African gets an amazing exit out of turn 11 and 12. But it is the McLaren that stays in front, back on board with the leaders. Isman not able to get past XD Paco into Rivazza at turn 15. We are heading on to lap 30. The rain is still falling. XD Paco has done 30 laps on them intermediates, but it might all be over now, because here comes Isman for the lead of the Grand Prix. The Williams driver moves out to the right hand side. Nothing XD Paco can do, and Isman is into the lead. Finally, it is complete. XD Paco down to P2, but what can he do? Them tyres are so old now. Orchard is onto the gravel slightly. Ali's got a bit of breathing space. Wezza still not able to get through on Banana. The rain still falling. We are not going to get dry tyres, ladies and gentlemen. Little Gyps into the pits. Yeah, Isman starting to pull away. It's still going to be a 1-2 for Netherlands. Can Wezza get this overtake before the end of the Grand Prix? If I was Wezza, I would be saving up that battery for lap 31 and then going for the move. Here comes Wezza, because Bananarama is using his battery. If Wezza was just to hold it off now and keep that battery for the next lap, oh well, for the final lap. And down towards... Oh, Wezza's left the session. Oh my God. Bananarama has just been gifted P5. He's not going to have an opportunity now, Wezza. He's just lagged out. Here comes Baton on Jonathan in towards Alta. The rain has got a lot lighter, but it's just going to be a little too late. 29 laps for Phoenix Grey on the wets. That is one hell of a drive on them tyres. Here comes Baton on the back of Jonathan. The Red Bull holds on. He has a little snap. Here comes the kick Sauber. And Baton moves over to the right-hand side. Goes for the overtake. And he is in front of Jonathan Curran in the Red Bull. But Jonathan is like a dog with a bone. He's not going to give it up. Into Tamburello. And the Red Bull is back in front of the kick Sauber. Out of Tamburello. Down towards the Villeneuve chicane. Jonathan still holding on. We are on that 31 of 32 here in Imola. Can Baton get the better exit? He does. Pedal to the metal. The rain has stopped. Demir disqualified for numerous penalties. Oh, you got a feel for him. And Baton is in front of Jonathan. The rain has stopped on the very final lap. But it is way too late. Oh, and he just slides around turn 10. I don't know if anybody would take the opportunity now. Maybe BRT Jordan. Maybe even XD Paco. XD Paco has got time to pit, go onto the softs and maybe set the fastest lap. In fact, no, he hasn't, because he's already on the final lap. In fact, nobody's got time to do that now. Oh, Little Drips has, actually. Little Drips has got an opportunity, maybe, to... No, because he's behind Isman, so he's not going to get to set a lap. What a Grand Prix, what a race. Well done to all the drivers, because I tell you what, that is a very, very difficult race to be a part of. So well done to all of the drivers, because that was really impressive. Really impressive. In towards... Oh, Isman on the very final lap gets a penalty. Oh, and it's a full grid of penalties. Here comes Isman, and the Dutchman, here in round 13, will win the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. It's an all-Dutch 1-2, as XD Paco will come through to take a podium and make it Netherlands 1-2. Ghost is going to come through to take P3. Oh, what a race. What a race. Ghost coming in towards turn 14 and 15 at Ravazza, a little slide, and the Haas driver will come down towards the line and takes a podium in P3. BRT Jordan takes P4. Oh, Dutch Beast has had a collision with Phoenix Grey. Oh no, Phoenix Grey is round. Oh, he's already got the checkered flag, I think. Here comes Bradders and Wezza. Wezza, who lagged out, could have maybe got the overtake on Banana, who does come through to take P5 here in Imola. He has just absolutely crashed into the wall going through the line. There we have it. Wezza will come through, and so will Bradders. And that completes the 16 drivers DRS enabled as they go to the line. Ghost just run out of fuel at the end there. BRT Jordan, I tell you what, Bananarama, considering he spun through the finish line, he's very lucky not to have thrown away that P4 there, because he only just got it by a tenth of a second. That's why you don't do stuff like that, because you never know what you're throwing away. Oh my God, Carlos Sainz has crashed it, I think. Oh no, you are kidding. Oh, we didn't hear anything till lap 7. I cannot believe that. Oh, I'm so gutted. Oh, I was going absolutely crazy as well. Oh, I'm so gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. My mic wasn't pushed in all the way into the controller. Oh, I'm so gutted. Oh, that has just absolutely ruined the whole race for me. I'm sorry to everybody that was watching tonight and have completely messed up and missed the first 7 laps of the race. I'm so sorry to everybody that raced. Oh. Oh, I'm absolutely gutted. Right, let's go through the final standings. Isman takes the race win in the Williams. XD Paco takes P2. Ghost takes the podium in P3. Banana in P4. Jordan takes P5. Wezza in P6. Bradders in P7. Phoenix Grey takes P8 with an incredible run on them wets. Ali takes P9. Orchard takes P10. Carlos Sainz in 11. Baton, Jonathan the Dutch here. Dutch Beast, Little Drips, Angry Badger, Daddy Cool Cinders, and Demir. And my driver of the day is going to go to can you not give it to Isman, really? But I'm going to give it to Phoenix Gray. 29 laps on them wets, made up a position, had some fantastic battles, and I don't think I've ever given him driver of the day. So there we go. Right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'm so sorry. I'm going to message the chat now and apologise about the first 7 laps. Thank you all so much for watching, tuning in and supporting me as always. Thank you to MSC for giving me this opportunity to commentate on so many brilliant drivers. Have a good rest of the week, everybody, and I'll see you for round 14.